Missy, stop. What are you doing there, Missy? Huh? Stop. Here, Missy. Come here. Hey. Here. Treat. Sit. Good job. Good job, Missy. Good job. Good job, buddy. Alright, we're almost ready to go. Oh, 10 minutes, okay. Hey, bro, well, hey, man. How are you? How are you? How are you, man? Oh. Good. I did not sleep for hours. I did not sleep. I was trying to sleep, but I just could not sleep at all tonight. Yeah, I was worried about my dad. About my dad last night. Still really safe area entered. Like at least 6 or 7 hours of sleep last night. But I'm still worried about my dad.
Priority objective available, agent.
Alright. Over here. Alright, I get down over there. Yeah. I hope everyone is having an awesome day so far. Yeah, I'm not see. We have about 1 minute and 46 seconds left until the thing is ready to be seen on my YouTube channel, which is with IO because I don't have the card yet. See. Yeah, I am actually just waiting for this shit to actually start so I can actually record on my channel. Okay. Until then, let's see what we have to do today. Oh, no, we got some hot shot to do anyway. We're right here, over here then. Alright, let's go over to this side then. About 1 minute left. So. Alright. Let's do this. Let's do some more hot shot shit. With some silver and I don't have one, so anyway. I could do the hot shot first, but I still need to do this thing over here, so 30 seconds left. Alright, so it's going to start in about 30 seconds anyway. Alright, let's do it.
You're right next to the Grand Washington Hotel.
Okay, here we go. That should get their attention. Head to the service entrance.
Oh, I know. I need to kill anyway.
Once you're inside, find a way to the atrium.
Ooh, find way. Okay, find way at Sun Hill too. Just saying. Alright, make sure you guys check out Tubes.
Hello, hello. Welcome everybody, and welcome to my special guest, who used to be a host, but now it's here as my special guest. Daria, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm fantastic. I'm super excited for today because today we have this special report for Year 7, Season 2, The Pact. So we're gonna discuss a lot of the things that are coming to Division tomorrow. And yeah, I'm super excited because this stream is very special for us. We're gonna have a special guest from Bucharest. So
Okay, let me put at 54.
oh yeah, we're trying to do a lot of different things. We had fire alarm. We had Anna is losing her voice in Gamescom. I don't know what's gonna happen
Now
today.
it's me in the studio, and I'm not a special guest. See, there is going to be someone else.
Yeah, yeah.
Something even better than that.
is that we're super excited to have this stream, and the first thing I need to tell the community is that eventually, randomly, in your stream, you're gonna see a code for a giveaway that we're running for the Kitty Fluffy Kiss bundle. So if
Wait,
you want a
what?
backpack with the cats, you should be ready to just
We're under attack.
on
It might be
screen.
a diversion, so be ready.
Where, so just be extremely.
The fuck am I hearing?
So we're gonna talk about a lot on the pack, but we're gonna start this quick
Hostile radio intercepted.
What
I'm
we've
heading
done in
upstairs
the
to the
past
hostage.
2 weeks.
Everybody, get to the
This
atrium.
year we had a lot of stuff in the last season, like after Brooklyn had so many.
Oh yeah, that was fucking insane.
Gamescom, because
We need
yeah,
to kill
I
this
wasn't there.
asshole.
I think you were not.
I also wasn't there. Yeah, none of us were there.
But they were there. They had a lot of fun. You can see there Yannick, Julian, Louis, Anais was there. Everybody saw that. Those were boys. We had a meeting greet with the players. It was an amazing.
Special moments.
Like home alone, you know, like we're casually. We see in Sweden and we watch our friends having fun there. But yeah, it was super exciting for us because we got the opportunity to see the community again, to connect, to answer questions, sign posters. We had a lot of important things being displayed there. And one of the things that we did there was opening up registrations for the ETF again. So I'm
shit.
proud to say, and a little bit that over 3,000 applications for ETF. So it's a lot. It's
shit.
some time to review everything.
You went all the way to the top floor. Take the stairs to the right of the elevators and work your way up.
I've been here for longer, but this is just another opportunity to
Holy
get
shit.
fresh participants in there. So we got excited for what's coming in the future. And talking about that, one of the things that we're gonna have in the future is the Resurgence upcoming closed playtest. So
Shit.
you see on the screen right now. If you want to participate in future closed tests, just register yourself. I think we have a closed test very soon in Romania, but I know that they have plans. The Resurgence team has plans to do more often with different regions as well. So just register there. This is the place you should go if you want to participate in the future and be part of Division on the mobile.
I don't know, maybe.
Right, and obviously we cannot you're talk about Survivor, right? So during Gamescom we had Magnus Young Survivors, and he talked a little bit about this experience that we have been teasing the players a lot. Like a huge success, the number of engagement that we saw from the community that are really into Survivors. And yeah, when can we expect more info for
No, actually, there is gonna be absolutely coming very soon. Months.
Ooh,
So the next
that'd be awesome.
definitely gonna be in October. I cannot tell what specifically that is gonna be, but be on the lookout.
And this is something that we're super excited because we noticed how excited we are about that stuff.
Vital signs critical.
For ETF, everything that we're trying to do is to make sure that we're going to include the community in the development of Survivor. So Magnus already hinted something about the name. I'm not gonna make any comment on that. I'll just
Okay. I'm not turning that around like 60 or 55 right now, because I need to hear it on my screen anyway. Let's see. How will this go to?
just gonna refresh people about what he said. But yeah, we're super excited for Survivor. So October is the next date that we can expect any
I
news
just found an ammo
for how
stockpile.
development's
I'm gonna
going.
detonate it.
Cool. Also, finally, we also talking in Gamescom about the upcoming season, the season for like the third season of this year. That is so yeah, this is the start. I know that you're probably still working on it, like preparing everything for the season. What can you tell us about what's coming? So it's very early, so we're not here to talk about the season right now.
That's what you get, you dumb sons of bitches. As long as I'm not breathing asbestos.
I think
That blasted a lot of
start
damage.
tell you a little bit story narrative behind it, and specifically these two nice young gentlemen pointing the guns at each other. That might give you a good explanation as to what is supposed to happen during the season, but without going into too many details, of this altercation that we can see on the ski art.
Okay, and I saw a lot of people asking if the NPC companion is gonna be a dog. I know that you're a cat lover, but are we gonna have NPC dogs as companion for this season?
I mean, no hate to dogs, but
I don't know.
this time,
Okay,
unfortunately.
okay, so no dogs for.
I mean, there are no dogs on the key art, so.
Yeah, that's a good observation. All right, so we cover everything that we talked during Gamescom for the upcoming feature of the franchise. Now it's time to talk about what's coming tomorrow. The Pact is launching tomorrow, and yeah, we're super excited for this new season. This is going to be my second season since I joined the team, and features.
It's weird. It feels like we've been working together for a
years.
decade now.
Yes, yes, definitely. A special guest to discuss about that as well. But first, we're gonna watch the trailer for The Pact, the new season for Division 2.
Time and again, our enemies have risen up. Time and again, we've beaten them back. You've held the worst this world has to offer at bay. Carved out safe places where people can build new lives. But our enemies are getting tired of losing. Now, three of our greatest threats are joining forces against us. The hyenas, the outcasts, and the true sons. We've never faced a threat on this scale before. The streets of DC are on fire. You have to stop them. You have to break the pact.
Nice. Wait, they're actually muted. The fuck? Wait, were they muted this entire time?
In our ears.
Okay. Okay, audio is back.
Audio is back.
Awesome.
Nice. So nobody would hear what we were talking about.
Yes, yes, all the
It's a
secrets
big
that we just
secret,
revealed.
yeah.
So before we introduce our special guest, I want to ask for you specifically about the narrative of this new season because we don't want to spoil anything for the community, but I want you to understand like what players can expect from the Pact.
So, do not give a lot of spoilers. Basically, what we just saw in the trailer that gives you the premise of the season. The main theme being alliance between our rival factions and also fight for territory control. So that, of course, is going to be the silver lining, not only for the story but also for the game features that we're going to get in the season, the modifiers, and we'll talk about it later. But we just saw that Outcast's true sons and hyenas are forming a pact, and it's up to us to uncover what this pact is about, what's happening, why they decided to unite against everything that Shade Angels stand for. So let's see. Of course, there is going to be a bit more than that, but it's up to us to find out as to why this is happening, and of course prevent them from uniting.
Awesome. I'm super excited for that because I'm just going through the story now. I just finished Warlords of New York this weekend, so I'm running against the time to get all the narrative information to put everything together. So I'm super excited to get to the point that the community is in terms of narrative. Okay, I talked too much about my personal experience, but now it's time to talk about our special guest. So directly from the Bucharest team, the Bucharest studio, I'm here with finally Alexandru Birzanu, our game director. How are you going?
Hi there, everybody. I'm Alexandru Brzanu. I'm the game director from Division 2, and what a blast it is to finally be here together, sharing this stream.
I'm super excited. I'm super glad that I have you here because the community has been asking for you for a long time. They want to see your face. They are tired of just Yannick giving the answers. Now it's your time to compromise yourself with answers for the community. So, how do you feel about the fact that you're finally now revealing your true self to the community?
My true self, right? So Kelsey had to go, but also Yannick had to go on holiday. Wave to Yannick, everyone. Hopefully he's at the beach somewhere enjoying life. But no, it's super exciting to be able to be on stream, to have the community meet me for the first time. And yeah, we're doing this for the first time on our end, so hopefully no technical issues, no fire alarms at the very least. And let's talk about season 2.
Yeah. But before season 2, I'm sorry, I need to ask that because a lot of people don't know the difference between you and Yannick when it comes to your title. Because Yannick is the creative director for Division 2, and you are the game director. So can you tell us a little bit about this difference, how you guys work together?
For sure. So the two of us, we definitely work very closely together. Yannick, as the creative director, he holds the vision of the game, and it's my job as the game director to make sure that we, as the entire team with all of the departments, we stick true to that vision. I mostly touch on everything gameplay related. So if there's something that's happening on screen, if there's a number that's being tweaked somewhere, I'm probably the person that's handling the day to day, and we check in with Yannick super often to make sure that we're on track, that we're delivering the player fantasy that he envisioned for a particular feature.
Awesome. And I was just talking to Daddy about what the pact's gonna be like, the narrative. And one of the things that I have here to ask you first is how we're trying to connect the gameplay that we're gonna offer to our players in this new season with the narrative that she was just talking about.
For sure. So in this season, as Daria said, the factions are doing something weird where they're trying to unite against the player. So this season, it's mostly about the factions in terms of gameplay. They're reacting to the player's action, and we're going to go into detail a bit more, but it's the struggle of territory control between us, the agents, and then the factions.
And going to the main point of this season, I think that's one of the most anticipated features, at least by me, since I knew about that. We have the big new addition that actually is going to be a permanent addition, that is Retaliation. So, Daria, have you played Retaliations already?
I mean, tried a little bit, yeah.
Did you like it?
Oh, of course, absolutely.
Because for me, that's my favorite feature. I love the open world. I love to be the neighborhood hero, like go there and clean the control points, all of that. So, Alex, can you tell us a little bit more about your work with Retaliation? What is Retaliations for those who haven't played the PTS yet?
Yeah, for sure. So if you like cleaning control points, there's going to be a lot of that this season. Basically, throughout the season, your actions will trigger hostile responses from the enemy factions. This is both in DC, Brooklyn, and Warlords of New York. Killing off enemies as you usually do, capturing control points, doing missions that will fill up an agitation meter. Once it reaches 100%, the faction, that faction will pick a particular name zone that they're going to then try to conquer. And it's up to you to retaliate against them, drop into that name zone, clear out all of the control points, but you have a set amount of time to do that. So there's also this element of pressure and high stakes. And yeah, and there's also an interesting surprise with a special enemy that we've prepared this season.
Yeah, that's the next topic I want to discuss here, because you're not just cleaning control points, but at some point you can get surprised by what we call elite, the kill squads, right? So they are super powerful, as I know, and how that connects with the whole objective that we're trying to offer to the players. So they're trying to get the control points, and then these guys will jump from nowhere and try to kill them.
Yeah, so when you engage in retaliation against a faction, that particular faction can call for backup out of nowhere, either members of their own faction or specially hired mercenaries. Like Leo said, the elite enemies, they ambush you, they come out of nowhere, and they have only one goal: to eliminate you as soon as possible. We've heard that players want challenge time and time again. I think the introduction of kill squads, from what I've been seeing from live streams and videos, we're doing a great job with them so far in terms of challenge.
And from what I remember, that's also a timed mission, right? Because we can see the small timer, and eliminating the enemies from the kill squad successfully would allow you to get a little bit more time, right?
For sure. Each retaliation, like Daria said, you'll have that timer on the top left. You start with a set amount of time, and by either killing control points or by defeating the kill squads, you'll get a large chunk of time added, so that you'll have enough time to finish the retaliation. Killing enemies also awards you with a little bit of time, but your main focus is go in, clear the control points. If you have time and you're up for a challenge, kill the kill squads and make it in time.
Yeah, and talking about times, there's another aspect of retaliations that we introduce, especially in the second phase of PTS, but now the whole community will be able to join, is the maneuvers, right? So we're trying to give them extra reasons to get more time.
That's
awesome. With maneuvers, it's we're kind of wanting to reward players showing off their skills. So maneuvers essentially are different objectives that pop up on your screen. As soon as you start the retaliation, you'll have one objective, and it's available for all players in the party. And it can be something like to kill 5 enemies with headshots. Should you manage to achieve that, you'll get a chunk of time. If anyone else from your party achieves that, you'll get extra time on top. And once you're done clearing out the control point, that maneuver will change into something else. So it's one of the ways in which we manage to tie in this skill expression of the player with gaining extra time.
The introduction of retaliations are also, it's something that we've been anticipating, because it's a new way for players to farm exotics, right? So we're giving them a way to get a more structured way of getting those high value weapons and gear that they're looking for. And I want you to touch a little bit on this topic, because when we release the patch notes, players will be able to understand and to see very clearly which exotic they can get from each faction, and I think that's a cool addition for those that are looking for the end game, right?
Yeah, so either you're a new player and you're just developing your arsenal right now, or you're a veteran player and you're missing those couple of items. Yannick, you can finally get the Scorpio, I think. So yeah, with retaliation, we're adding in the functionality of being able to craft blueprints. When you engage in retaliation against a certain faction, you'll have a chance to drop a particular blueprint that is tied to that faction. Then in the crafting menu, as you can see on the screen, we added a new section called exotics. You'll get access to all of the exotics in the game. And by using materials that you gain through retaliation, as well as others, you'll be able to craft the missing pieces of your arsenal. I can't wait for this. Finally, can do exotic craft.
and like I mentioned before, like if you want to check like how you can get each exotic, in the patch notes you're gonna have like a table with each faction dropping which blueprint, so you can target for there and get a new a good understanding of how you should shape your gameplay.
One thing I'm going to add is that on the screen we saw information for retaliation for hyenas, true sons, and outcasts, but that's not it. There's also going to be an opportunity to get the retaliation event from Rikers and also from cleaners.
Yeah, so if you don't have the DLCs, you can also get that as well, right?
Yeah, you can still get that. By finishing a retaliation, you'll get a faction-specific material as a reward, but you'll also get, let's say, more generic one. You can trade in the generic one if you just have the base game for materials from the Rikers or the Cleaners faction, and this way you can still obtain those exotics, even if you just own the base game.
Okay, a new season comes with a new modifiers, and the global modifier we have for this season is called Divide and Conquer. So it's all about the same thing. We're talking about territory control, retaliation, the pact, like everything is super connected. Alex, tell us a little bit more about the global modifier Divide and Conquer.
Yeah, so for this season, again, it's going to be around this notion of territory control. When you have some stakes in a name zone whereby an enemy faction doesn't own all of the control points, you get a bonus. And if you have complete control over the entire name zone, you get double the bonus. You get all of the bonuses, sorry. So like it's rate of fire and increased damage. And this scales up to like 30%. And it also scales based on the amount of name zones within the territory. So obviously for DC, you've got 11 name zones. It's going to take a while, but the increase in damage is stronger earlier on. We've heard the feedback from PTS that it was taking a long time to get these bonuses, while for Warlords of New York and for Brooklyn, fewer name zones, so you're going to be able to stack this bonus quicker.
But it's important to highlight that it's specific to the map. So the bonus you get in New York doesn't apply to Washington because it's only for the name zones from the specific map that you're playing on, right?
Yep, that's correct.
All right, and now talking about the active modifiers, we have 5 active modifiers. They are, I would say, specific to or like inspired by the factions that we have. So we have hyenas, outcasts, rikers, cleaners, and true sons. And yeah, now we have 5 active modifiers, and we have something new about them that now you can upgrade them as well, right?
Yeah, so I'm really excited about what we've done with the modifiers this season. Shout out to Dragos Like for designing this system. So, like Leo said, we have an active modifier that is specific to each of the factions that we have in game. What's awesome, I'll talk about the modifiers in a second. What's awesome and what's new this season is that we're adding the option to be able to level up these modifiers. You'll be able to level them up as you kill enemies or complete the retaliation while having one of these modifiers equipped. And aside from just stats increases, as you level them up, they're also going to have new effects. But on the notion of the modifiers themselves, again, they're like super specific to the faction. So for the cleaners, we have sanitation where you burn stuff around you. For the Rikers, we have the say cheese where you flash everyone in front of you and blind them. I mean, there's a play style. There's a modifier that covers each play style, and there's a modifier that covers, I don't know, if you want to play more defensive, if you want to play more tanky. And we tried even to do our best to try to match multiple play styles with these modifiers.
And not only active modifiers we're going to have in this season, we have passive modifiers. We're going to have 10 of them. And that's important to highlight as well because some of them are, I would say, faction specific. So things you can use against specific enemies or specific factions, and the others are more archetype based. So guide us through this difference on the design for both types of passive modifiers, and how do you envision the community using them? Because I can definitely see people changing them just because of the faction they're going against in the retaliation.
For sure. So this was exactly the mindset that we had when we first started working on the passive modifiers. You've got 5 general modifiers that don't necessarily apply to a specific faction, like destroy an assault, doesn't matter what faction, or whenever a grenade lands around you, it just destroys itself, obviously on a cooldown. And that's, like in broader terms when you're just doing random things in the world. But if you're going to do back-to-back retaliations against a particular faction like hyenas, I think the passive modifier for hyenas does something along the lines where when you shoot the shielded enemy, and it is a hyena, your bullets recoil off of their shield to adjacent enemies. It's basically having your own mini turmoil as a passive modifier, and I think there's a lot of fun combinations that players can experiment with this season.
And just to finalize the topics on the modifiers, we also have the hostile modifiers. So it's how the enemies will be different around you. We have the out of mind, Wedget, and Overwatch, the three hostile modifiers. Can you comment on them?
Yeah, so these are meant to put your tactical senses to the test a little bit. It's not just about going in and shooting everyone willy-nilly. Right now, with the out of mind, for example, if you don't do damage to enemies, they'll have higher rates of fire. So making sure you place at least one bullet in everyone on screen is definitely going to help you against that. Then I think we've got Wedge, where enemies get a boost of damage to themselves and to their allies, and it scales up to the number of allies. So over there, you want to try to pick the weakest link every single time and just go from there instead of taking on, I don't know, maybe the highest value target.
Yeah, so a very interesting season, and it's so cool to see that all modifiers they are connected to the theme we're trying to bring to that. You know, like everything from the narrative to the gameplay, it's all around the same theme. That's something very cool. I personally like as a player that we have everything very well connected. And what's your expectation for the players now with the modifiers? Because you mentioned a little bit about playstyle, and I feel that we're offering them a lot of tools to go after the factions and understand their priorities. Like, should I get more time? Should I get the kill squads? Should I use this? Should I do that? Like even the hostile modifiers. Like how do you see players like changing the way that they engage with the game based on those?
I'm hoping that with all of the modifiers, active ones and passive ones, that this will encourage players to experiment. You know, just having a mini turmoil at hand within one of the passive modifiers, maybe that frees up a slot that you've been using for turmoil, for example. And it's about experimenting and mixing and matching. Obviously, if you pick an active modifier and you invest in it a lot, by which you play a lot of time with that active modifier, you'll be able to level it up, and they gain new effects as they level up, not just stats increases. So I think I'm hoping that players are gonna experiment with the variety that we've put in front of them, and maybe they're gonna switch up their builds a little.
Yeah, and this is the special report for the new season that's starting tomorrow, the Pact. And with the new season, we have the modifiers as we spoke about that, but also we have new gear. So we have the Urban Lookout brand set. That's the one that a lot of people gave a lot of feedback on the PTS. Can you tell us a little bit more about the design of that and how we changed that during PTS?
So for the Urban Lookout, it was designed primarily around the utility slash support aspect, whereby was that the Urban Lookout that I'm looking at? Kill duration, armor reloading. So yeah, I think this was the one where if you reloaded, it would give bonus armor. But I'm seeing something else on screen right now. Oh no, so this is the one like determined, but it's not determined in that case. Yeah. Now it's coming back to me. So yes, this is us encouraging the community. Hey, have a look at this. Try something else. Mix and match different builds. We're giving you the option of like being able to do headshots in a deterministic manner. So hopefully this satisfies that bit for the determined players.
And we also have the tipping scales gear set. So maybe you're confusing with that because you have the brand set, Urban Lookout, and we have the gear set, the tipping scales. That's one of the gear that we put on PTS that we got a lot of feedback as well because of the LMG and SMG discussion, like assault rifle. Um, the players gave a lot of feedback about the stacks. Can you tell us a little bit more about your design choice on that? Like how those stacks work, what we're trying to achieve here, what we're trying to encourage for the playstyle?
For sure. First of all, normally we joke that we balance the game so that it aligns better with what Yannick is playing. Well, I'm an LMG player, and this is an LMG set, so welcome to a new age of balance, I guess. I'm joking, But yeah, with the tipping scales, I saw the comparison between this on the PTS and on Twitch and on YouTube. The comparison between this and strikers, where you're stacking stacks continuously. While I get that there might have been a concern regarding how many stacks you lose, specifically if you're using an LMG and you have a longer reload time, we have this option of you don't lose stacks while an enemy is suppressed. So you have to play around this in order to get the maximum profits. And do remember that you're gaining weapon handling with these stacks. So this also helps with your reload speed. I think right now it's in a good place. As long as you play to its strength, whereby maybe before reloading you make sure that you've got one or two enemies suppressed. But yeah, that's not to say that I'm not open and listening to feedback as the season progresses.
Yeah, this is something very important because we know that just a part of the community was able to play during the PTS, and we are always checking the feedback, everything that you guys are sharing with us. So please go there, play the game tomorrow, give us feedback because we are actively looking for that so we can make changes as soon as possible to make this experience even better for you all. What we have now in front of us is the new named weapon. So we have Achilles. It's one of the new named weapons for this season. Now you're seeing on the screen is the rifle. Any comments on that?
Yeah, so the two new named weapons, the Achilles and the Instigator in particular, pull guns, and they come with the soft spot talent, whereby if you destroy an enemy's weak point, you get a large damage increase for 15 seconds. It gives you ample amount of times to, I don't know, play around it. I want to say, I think so. Yeah, the Achilles is the rifle, and the Instigator is the MMR, both coming in with soft spot and perfect soft spot. So I think it's going to be interesting to have them in our arsenals moving forward.
Yeah, the other one that you're talking was the Instigator, the marksman rifle that we're seeing on screen right now. It looks like it's sniper season because we have the Instigator and we also have the exotic new marksman rifle. So we have the Shroud. That's a weapon that is very interesting for me because I'm trying to play around with snipers right now, and I would like to understand more from your perspective what we're trying to achieve here. What different tool we're giving to the players when it comes to snipers.
So this is going to be, I hope, really interesting for our players. The Shroud is an extraordinary sniper. If you haven't had the sniper build before, it's probably time to make one. If you have one, I hope you're happy with what's here. It comes with a really interesting talent where we're introduced in tiers to enemies, and in the case of the Shroud, you get, I think it's 125 increased weapon damage to the highest ranking enemy. So like you can think of the highest ranking enemies as being the hunters, the rogue agents, second tier smaller enemies, and the third tier being like your everyday cannon fodder. So in the Shroud's case, particularly against the highest tier enemies, the toughest ones that you face off on the battlefield, you get 125% weapon damage, and this just destroys. It melts, and with a really strong build behind it, it melts just even harder. I'm an LMG player, but I am willing to make a sniper build as well at this point.
And the other exotic that we have are also like kind of synergized with this one is the exotic gloves overdogs. So now you're seeing on screen the overdogs. You can see the visuals. And yeah, please tell us a little bit more about how it's synergized with Shroud, like what we're trying to achieve with this one.
So this is the interesting thing about these two exotics this season. They do reinforce this whole idea of a higher tier or lower tier enemy. If the Shroud was specifically designed for the higher tier, the gloves are designed for you to be able to kill off the lower tier enemies. This does mean that once you're out of normal enemies, the second tier is now the lowest tier enemy, and it just goes from downwards to upwards, while with the Shroud it goes the other way around. So I think there's an interesting mix and match. You could even match the both of them together, and this way you're in an interesting spot where you deal a lot of damage to both tiers of enemies. I don't know. I think I'm curious to hear what the player feedback is going to be as they create different builds around these items. How much are we liking this tiered enemy system?
Yeah, and before we go talk about the last exotic from this season, I want to ask about the climax mission. So, do we have anything interesting that we can share with the community without spoilers, please, about the climax mission? Because I know that you've been working on that as well, and there's a very interesting new exotic weapon behind the climax mission. So, yeah, can you share anything about that?
Avoiding spoilers is going to be really tough, but like Daria alluded, the factions are looking to collaborate with each other, and it's part of our job to find out why. It's probably going to be our job during the climax mission to maybe put a stop to the something or someone that's doing some nasty things in the shadows.
Yeah, and if you successfully deal with this mission, you're gonna get the new exotic pistol, automatic pistol, the Tempest. This is a very hot one. Like, we got a lot of feedback on that. Players were talking about shield breaking builds because they're trying to work around the talent. That's a mark for our meta, right? We're introducing for the first time an automatic pistol, and that fits very well with the large shield, for example. So offers a lot of playstyle variants for community. So yeah, now it's your time to talk about that, Alex, because I know that you're very interesting on how the community will perceive that.
So yeah, everybody, finally we have an automated pistol in the game. What can I say about it? It's crazy stats wise. Like, I think for all of the players that are familiar with the balance in the game, the stats on the Tempest are just extraordinarily good, and we've designed it as such because it has such strong stats, and it's really fun to shoot. Like, it's just amazing to put a shield in front of you and everybody in front. Because it's so strong in stats, this time the talent that we attached to it wasn't designed for to be built around. It's mostly about just have fun with the gun. It is fun no matter what. In case you're using a shield and you run out of shield, well, this is a quick escape situation. It's not necessarily about building around it, but us giving you a boon in case you're knee deep into trouble and need the saving grace.
Yeah, so this exotic weapon will be available after you complete the climax mission. Obviously, the highest difficulty that you play, you have more chances of having it dropping. And talking about climax mission, I think now we can use this opportunity to address like what happened in the last season in Crossroads. Like, it was not what we designed to happen. We know that it was very frustrating for the community. So you as game director has a lot of knowledge about how it works for us to put out a climax mission. And yeah, can you tell us a little bit more about what happened and how we are trying to avoid that to happen in the future as well?
Yeah, for sure. So it was an unfortunate situation, but I'm glad we're past it. Yes, part of my job is to sit down and play every single part of the game. So whether that's retaliation, whether that's each season's climax, and we did play it a bunch. The thing that's important to note, and maybe players don't have that much visibility, is our own environment isn't reproduced one-to-one with the live environment, so we can playtest all we want and everything can be working perfectly on our end, and then when we push the patch to live, sometimes stuff on the live environment doesn't add up to what we had tried. I promise you, we tried a lot of builds. You don't want to know how OP the Warhound was before we nerfed it several times. But yeah, it's a shame when things like these happen, and we're doing our best to change our environment so that it matches more this live environment, so bugs don't slip past us. I'm really sorry for what happened, but I'm really glad with everyone getting to see the finale with Miss Fluffy. Kiss, kiss.
Yeah, Alex, I think that was all from your part of the gameplay for this stream. I need to say that it was incredible to have you here. I'm super happy to be able to feature new devs on screen. Like now we have the community knows that we have a lot of people in Bucharest working very hard on Division 2 and being part of the success that has been this game for so many years. And now we are finally able to show to the people, like put a spotlight on some of the devs who are doing this amazing job. And for me, it's super cool to have you here. So thank you so much for your time. And do you want to say anything, any final words for today for our community?
For sure. Thank you so much for having me. A massive shout out to the entire team that worked on Retaliation. I'm super proud of what we're shipping tomorrow, and I hope players will enjoy this new activity. Thank you so much for having me, and peace.
Thank you so much, Alex. Yeah, that was packed. We covered a lot of information, right? But I think that season is gonna be super cool. It launches tomorrow, so if you don't know yet what are your plans for this week, now you know. Like just go there, try Retaliations. I know that especially the console players, they didn't have the chance to go through Retaliations on PTS, so I'm super excited to see their feedback as well. Now they're gonna experience that, and yeah, with the new season, it comes a new season pass as well, right?
Yeah, sure. But before we move to that, I have one comment about Retaliation
sure.
that I think is very important for us to mention here, is that Retaliation is a new feature here to stay. So it's not only going to be available during the packed season. Once the packed season is over, Retaliation is going to be available. Anyway, so whoever is already counting, the seconds before they can start farming the new exotics, trust me, there is going to be a lot of opportunities to do that.
Yeah, that's actually very important. I think you mentioned something that is key for us here in Division 2, because after so many years of live game now, these permanent features, they come with a clear objective. Like you are a product manager in our team, and it's part of the reasons why we are putting more time and efforts to give reasons for the player to stay longer, right?
Yeah, of course. And I mean, this specific activity not only introduces a new loop for you to acquire exotics, right, and to farm exotics. Of course, that is very important, especially for players who's been playing for a long time, and we know there is a specific community whose main attraction to this game is designed around that feature. But it's also something to spice up the existing open world mechanics, because I mean, we've already played, I don't know, liberated tons, countless, control points. But this time around, there is a new purpose behind it, which shows that there is so much potential in this specific game, and the features that we already all know and love. Maybe someone dislikes, that's also totally valid. There is still something beyond that, and we can go even further with pretty much every feature and gameplay mechanic that we already have in the game.
Yeah, and so the packed season starts tomorrow. We're gonna have a lot of modifiers, a lot of you just saw we discussing about the new gear, new weapons. But yeah, Retaliation is here to stay, and we're super excited for that. So please make sure that you drop your feedback so we can understand how we can make it even better for the whole community. Talking about the season pass, and now returning to that point, every season we got a new season pass, and now you can see the track. We have a free track and a premium track. A lot of rewards, a lot of cool stuff. I know that the community loves to grind all of those items, and yeah, do you want to mention anything about the season pass?
Yeah, sure. The important thing to mention is same as the previous season and a few seasons before that. Of course, there is going to be an opportunity for players to get a free outfit, right? So it's not only if you pay, you're going to get to dress nice. You can absolutely look your best even if you play for free. But on the premium track, there is an opportunity to get the return on investment and get 400 credits back. plus some cool stuff as well.
Yeah. Super excited for that. I know that we just went through Crossroads. A lot of people were farming those extra levels on stretch goals. I'm just gonna jump on that very quickly because we share in our socials, but just to make sure that everybody's aware, we're going to give Mass Grant to the players the level 130, the Lexington, and the level 150, the Turmoil Kneepads. So if you didn't get the luck of getting those through your cache, please make sure that if you reach that certain level, we're gonna give to you as like a reward for the grinding. We want to be very respectful with your time, so this is a workaround that we're making to make sure that people got rewarded for their time. And yeah, we're definitely looking for all the feedback that we're getting from stretch goals because we want to make it better for next season, right?
Yeah, and before we continue, can I please ask George to help us turn on the screen again?
Yeah, something happened. Like every stream needs to have something happening. Right now, we don't know if we're live or not, but we are just continuing with
Just
that.
hoping for the best, staring at the dark screen. Here comes George.
Yeah, thank you, George.
Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure. And yeah, so real quick about the stretch goals. So players at level 130 will get the Lexington. Players at level 150 will get the Lexington plus the Turmoil Kneepads, just one of each. And you can expect that to be a reward to you if you qualify in the end of this week, so Friday. It's not going to be like new season automatic in your inventory. It's going to take some time for us to identify those players and grant to them by the end of this week. So you can expect that on Friday. Okay, but we're going to communicate that on our socials so everybody's aware as well. A new season also comes with the new Twitch drops, right? So this time we have Twitch drops starting tomorrow. We have 8 rewards, 2 was at.
Oh, great. Great, we have to deal with this fucking quick drop right now again. Fucking A. Let's hope they will not do some. Yeah, no. Those are looking like shit to me. I'm sorry, but no, those look. Agent in need of backup. Look like shit to me.
Caches, one named item cache, and the backpack trophies and skins. So if you want to get those rewards, just make sure that you're watching your favorite content creator on Twitch and that you have your account connected to your Division account as well. So yeah, we have a lot of Twitch drops recently, a lot of issues. We know that. We're trying to make it better each time, and we're super excited for that because that's a way for us to offer some rewards for people who are supporting their content creators, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And also big shout out to Pally and his team of artists because I think they managed to come up with the autumn themed vibes this time around. So you can see some mushrooms in there and some crows, which also brings me to our next topic, but I don't know if it's something we can start talking about.
No, I just want to touch on the fact that this is not the only thing that we are looking to work with our content creators community. We also have planned for this season a cool collab. It's going to be the first time in Division 2 that we're going to feature some of the content creators' visual identity inside the game. We're super excited for that. We have some stuff planned already. You guys need to wait to see how it's gonna play out. But we're super excited to have 3 content creators with us for this specific season. But it's not all. Like we have plans to do with more people. We want to increase our collaboration with content creators from our community. So if you want to be part of that, if you have like a favorite content creator, make sure that you tell us that you tell us who they are. So we want to know who are the good content creators that we have out there in our community, and yeah, we want to spotlight. We want to flash as much as creators possible in our game, and this is just the beginning of a cool thing that we're planning, right?
Yeah. Do we have the visuals?
We don't have the visuals for that.
Oh.
It's still secret, but we're gonna have that very very soon. So now we can talk about the thing you wanted to talk, because this season goes through a specific time of the year that everybody loves.
Yay!
Halloween. So we're gonna have a Halloween event. It's confirmed, and players are able to see something very special in our screen right now. Can you tell us a little bit more about this event?
Yeah, so actually, whatever we see on the screen right now, and I guess it's all right if I start with that, is called Huntsman.
Okay.
So it's a new NPC that players will be able to encounter in the open world once the event starts. But Huntsman won't come alone. This character will have the army of his little mini warhounds. Yes, you heard it right, the warhounds, but they're smaller, small warhounds. And each warhound going to have certain mechanic is attached to it, and they will react differently to players trying to get to them. But what's interesting about this specific part of the event is not only the new gameplay that comes with this huntsman person that looks suspiciously similar to hunters, but we don't know that for sure yet. And the pack of small warhounds is that by hunting down the warhounds, you will get the directions towards the huntsman, and you will be able to get this very nice outfit.
It looks amazing. Like I wanna use that right now in my character. So yeah, that's super cool, and we're gonna definitely talk more about Halloween when it's closer to the release date. But that's just like a tease, and I hope the players are excited for this as much as I am, because I know that we have a few surprise prepared for that. We have more surprise for the season. We have other things planned that it's not being featured here. For example, we have Black Friday. You know that Black Friday is an important date for Division.
Yeah. But also about Halloween,
Oh, sorry.
that was not everything.
Oh.
There is more than that. Like this year is going to be a huge celebration, even compared to last year, even though it was already quite big. But aside from this new mechanic and the Huntsman NPC and mini warhounds and the possibility to get the bounty for Huntsman and then get the outfit, there is also going to be Project Chain, just a normal Project Chain, something that we're familiar with, and by completing the Project Chain, there will be an opportunity to get another outfit. We do not have the visuals for it now because we want to keep it as a surprise, but I'm going to hint the name is going to be Masquerade. So I don't know, maybe it has to do something with vampires, who knows, because it's Halloween, right? It can be anything. But also, of course, through completing the project, you will also be able to get the named weapon. So there is two things already. More than that, we're hoping to have Halloween-style decorations in the game.
I've seen a little bit of that. It's amazing. Like it definitely gives a mood, right?
It's very festive, so yeah, hopefully that the time comes soon enough because I can't wait already. I really love everything that is Halloween, and cats as well. So yeah, a lot of exciting things. Other stuff for Halloween, you can expect the skill VFX. We already had a bunch that was tri-colored, but this time around the team is working on something that's going to be spooky themed. So very, very, very interesting to see. But yeah, talking about Black Friday,
Yeah.
another big thing for us to celebrate because it's a big thing narratively for us, and like pretty much the entire game would never happen if not for Black Friday. So yeah, this time around there are a few festivities planned around that as well. Without giving out too much stuff, first of all, veteran rewards. Last year, I think it was earth-shattering how successful Lexington became within the community. So this time around, we're planning something similar. There is going to be a new weapon, and also tiered from bronze to silver to gold. So you can definitely be on the lookout for that. And you also mentioned friend referral program. So we're gonna be spicing it up with some new stuff, with some maybe new outfits. It's not that I do not have information about that. It's just I want to keep some stuff for you guys to discover a little bit later. So yeah, it's another perfect opportunity for those who rely on friend referral. If you want to get some friends playing together with you closer to the end of the season around Black Friday, around November, that's definitely something that will happen.
That That looks amazing. It seems like we're gonna have a very packed season with a lot of things going on in the game all the time, and that's some some way that's what the community was asking for. Like when we had the players here in the beginning of the year for the studio tour, they mentioned like we want to have more things during the season. It's not just like joining in the beginning and playing the climax in the end. So I'm super happy. I know that we have more things here that we are not sharing yet, but it's gonna be an amazing season for our community, and we're super excited for that. We want to see how you guys are going to react, how you guys going to give us feedback on how we can improve, but it looks like it's going to be a very, very fun season for everybody. We're going to have community contests that I don't have right now. The I'm not allowed yet to explain everything how it's going to happen. So watch out for our socials. Don't forget to follow us and be always taking a look on what we're posting there, because we're definitely going to do community stuff during this season as well. And yeah, I think that's it. Like that was a very intense stream with a lot of stuff. We got Alex, we got you, like two special guests for me. It was uh, um, my pleasure to host here this stream with both of you. You've been here a lot of times before, but like for me, it's super special to have like someone who has helped to build this game for so many years now, being here featured as a special guest and having like the Bucharest team. I think we are in a good moment to be a Division Two fan. And yeah, thank you for your presence.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm really happy to be back at this table. Love
Yeah.
what you've done with the place.
Yeah, and just so you know, Yannick is on holiday, so he'll be back in future streams. Anna is still recovering from Gamescom. Like her voice was really, really, really affected by the hype. So
That's the true reason why I'm here,
Yeah.
because nobody else was available. So don't trust anything he says.
And I wanna thank you. I wanna say thank you to the technical team who helped this stream to happen, with the Bucharest studio as well, the players who are watching this stream. And now, to finalize everything, we're gonna watch the dev diary for the new season. The pact is coming to Division 2 tomorrow, so we're gonna have the patch notes posted today, so you can check all the new stuff that are coming, the changes and everything. And yeah, super excited for the pact. Thank you so much for your audience. And now let's watch the dev diary. If you were missing Yannick, now it's a good time to see him talking about the next season. Thank you. Bye bye.
See you. Bye.
The second season of Year 7, The Pact, is all about preventing our enemies from uniting against everything Shade Agents stand for. Recent intel indicates that the leadership of the True Sons, Outcasts and Hyenas is planning to forge a pact against the Division. Agents must ensure that the pact doesn't come to fruition.
Disrupting enemy plans always comes with consequences. The Division 2, The Pact, launches a new open-world activity called Retaliation, which adds new mechanics to control points, expanding on those in the open world.
To initiate a retaliation event, just keep doing what you do best. Keep the streets safe.
In the new Retaliation map tab, you'll be able to monitor the agitation levels of all factions. Once the meter reaches 100%, the triggered faction will retaliate by taking over a random name zone and all its control points.
Your mission? Infiltrate the zone and retake every control point within a set time limit.
But it won't be easy, as you move between control points. Kill squads, enemy units composed of each faction's most elite fighters, will ambush you when you least expect it.
As you rush from one control point to the next, you'll have the chance to complete a set of challenges known as maneuvers. These will test your mastery of the game's mechanics and reward you with valuable extra time.
During the pack season, retaliation events are the most efficient way to earn modifier XP, which is required to level up your seasonal active modifiers. You'll also gain bonus modifier XP for each eliminated enemy.
With the launch of Retaliation, we're also introducing a new targeted method for acquiring exotic items. Most exotic items will now be tied to specific factions, requiring players to obtain a blueprint and gather materials to craft them. These blueprints can drop by eliminating all members of a kill squad from the relevant faction.
Each control point you capture during a retaliation will grant a unique material tied to the retaliating faction, which plays a key role in the exotic item crafting process.
Retaliation is a permanent addition to the game and will continue to be available even after the pact season ends. So gear up, think fast, and don't let the enemies take the upper hand.
With the main themes of the season being territory control and factions, the Division 2, the Pact, introduces the new global modifier Divide and Conquer.
Divide and Conquer grants bonuses for each named zone on the map. These bonuses vary depending on the zone's occupation status. If no faction owns all of the control points in the zone, it is considered contested, and a rate of fire bonus is granted.
For the control points under SHD control, both the rate of fire bonus and an additional weapon damage bonus are granted. If an enemy faction controls the entire zone, no bonuses are applied.
This season's set of active modifiers can be upgraded by earning a special type of resource called Modifier XP. There is a total of 5 active modifiers, which tie to one of the following factions: Hyenas, True Sons, Outcasts, Cleaners, and Rikers.
The currently equipped active modifier will gain a small amount of modifier XP for each enemy you eliminate.
Completing retaliation events, regardless of success or failure, grants the largest amount of modifier XP. However, this XP applies only to the active modifier for the faction featured in that event.
Every active modifier in the Pact has 5 upgrade levels. For example, the True Sons themed modifier, Advanced Material, enhances your signature weapons and skills for its duration. Initially, the bonuses it grants are modest, but as you level it up, those stats improve.
You can expect each active modifier to improve in a similar way as you gain modifier XP and level them up, boosting their stats and unlocking new effects along the way.
This season's passive modifiers also reinforce the faction theme. 5 of them are faction agnostic, applying to any enemy of a specific archetype: rusher, tank, sniper, assault, or thrower.
The remaining 5 are faction-specific, affecting only enemies from a particular group: Hyenas Shields, True Sons Immobilizers, Outcast Scorchers, Rikers Leaders, or Cleaners Controllers.
To push back against the division, hostiles are gaining the following bonuses this season: Out of Mind provides a movement speed and rate of fire boost that keeps increasing up to a max cap if the enemy NPCs are not damaged for a time.
Wedge boosts the affected enemy's outgoing damage as well as that of nearby allies. And finally, Overwatch grants overheal to affected enemies for as long as their gadget is deployed.
As with every season, the Pact introduces new gear to collect: the Urban Lookout brand sets, Tipping Scales gear sets, 2 named weapons, Achilles and Instigator, and 3 new exotics: the Shroud exotic marksman rifle, Overdog's exotic gloves, and Tempest exotic pistol, available through the Climax mission.
Designed to help you fight back against enemy factions, new exotics deal amplified damage to enemies based on their archetype, from high-ranking to low-ranking types, while the brand set gives accuracy and MMR damage.
Players with the Season Pass can gain access to the following premium track rewards: 10 gear dice, 10 weapon skins, 2 outfits, and 2 new Prestige arm patches.
More than that, players can earn 400 premium credits by progressing to the Season Pass on the premium track. The free track will include 1 outfit and 1 weapon skin, allowing every agent to gear up and stand out in the streets of DC.
Celebrate the Pact release by watching any partner division. Back against the division, hostiles are gaining the following bonuses this season: Out of Mind provides a movement speed and rate of fire boost that keeps increasing up to a max cap if the enemy NPCs are not damaged for a time.
Wedge boosts the affected enemy's outgoing damage as well as that of nearby allies. And finally, Overwatch grants overheal to affected enemies for as long as their gadget is deployed.
As with every season, the Pact introduces new gear to collect: the Urban Lookout brand sets, Tipping Scales gear sets, 2 named weapons, Achilles and Instigator, and 3 new exotics: the Shroud exotic marksman rifle, Overdog's exotic gloves, and Tempest exotic pistol, available through the Climax mission.
Designed to help you fight back against enemy factions, new exotics deal amplified damage to enemies based on their archetype, from high-ranking to low-ranking types, while the brand set gives accuracy and MMR damage.
Players with the Season Pass can gain access to the following premium track rewards: 10 gear dice, 10 weapon skins, 2 outfits, and 2 new Prestige arm patches.
More than that, players can earn 400 premium credits by progressing to the Season Pass on the premium track. The free track will include 1 outfit and 1 weapon skin, allowing every agent to gear up and stand out in the streets of DC.
Celebrate the Pact release by watching any partner Division 2 Twitch stream during the promo period to earn exclusive rewards, brimming with autumn vibes. weapon skins, trophies, as well as named and exotic caches. Rewards are live now through September 23rd. Don't miss out.
With the first yellow leaves hitting the ground, the spooky season is just around the corner. This year, we've prepared something special, so get ready to hunt or be hunted.
Introducing the Houndsman and his pack of mini warhounds, the new Halloween event offers agents a perfect opportunity to test their skills against new enemies and earn hefty rewards,
including exotic weapons and new high-end cosmetic items. And Season 2 wouldn't be complete without marking Black Friday in style. Just like last year, we're celebrating the dedication of our SHD agents by introducing new veteran rewards and relaunching the referral program.
So whether you're a seasoned veteran or a new recruit, make sure to invite friends and participate in a friend referral program to get a fresh set of rewards dropping later this season. The season is just getting started. And yes, we've got more surprises coming your way. Eyes peeled, agents. See you on the field.
A lot of fucking info. Holy shit. Shit, I am not even really excited when this comes out on, which is it tomorrow anyway. Can't wait for this shit to go live tomorrow then. Okay. Yeah. Holy shit. Holy fuck shit. This was actually done me a short thing anyway. This was only gonna be about an hour 20 minutes or 20 minutes. I don't know how long. I don't even know how long I'm gonna be there anyway. So that's pretty much it. Alright, I will be right back. I need to unmute my lenses for on. But that was fucking insane. Before you put the down figure, so. Yeah, okay. Okay. I shall see you guys again tomorrow on season 3. Alright, yeah. I hope everyone